What up? What is up? 69 out of 69 incoming. I'm gonna do a little bit of practice that I've been trying to do before attempts lately, where I just like essentially do 3 blind. It's like 1 cube multi-blinds. It's like doing 3 blind, but I trace edges first, and I make stories out of everything. And I'm timing splits just so I can like, I want to basically like force myself to do faster first passes again, because I feel like I've been going too slow. Like naturally started doing that, and it's bad. I like realized I wanted to use rooms and I did not plan a room to use. What's up, Kiki and Theo? Rooms was I using before? Those hate Algs. Kick W. Just quick warm up. I'll probably just do like 10 more of these. I have the cubes scrambled already. I'm gonna use my new memory palace I made. Wait, I should make sure this isn't super loud. Okay, good. And snowball's working. Cool. Okay. Mechanical twist. World record this weekend. We shall see. It's an interesting competition. I don't think I've ever had a competition like this before. It's literally just 2 multi-blind attempts at this comp. And they're at like 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. And it's like a 10-minute drive from my house. So it's kind of ideal, honestly. If it's tied to the second, that would be pretty cool. I'll probably attempt 66 too, so it could happen. I have to like keep thinking about what rooms I'm using because it's a new memory palace I'm trying to practice. Dang it. I forgot one edge pair. Cringe. Also, I did I think my last 4 multi-attempts at home have been all 73 cube attempts with 12 packs, and it's just not working. I'm going back to 8, and I don't think I should do 12 packs officially anyways, if I've never gotten a good result with them, so I should be getting used to it again anyways. Confusing scramble. Got kind of caught up on how to best do edges. It's part of my problem lately. I get too stuck trying to figure out the best solution, and I need to just do something because it's not worth it. I'm so dumb. Dude. Nice. Nice splits. Honestly, practicing in a way where you continue the solve even when you've made a bunch of mistakes and recall pauses, that's the best way, is just keep going, no ditching, because that's actually really bad in multi-blind. Forgot to split, so the splits are kind of wrong. I did 2 comms or 3 comms before splitting. Honestly, recalling memo this way is like typically pretty hard for me, so getting successes is good, especially when I memo fast. It's like so much harder for me to get successes compared to the normal way I do 3-blind, because I'm memorizing edges with a story, corners with a story, then executing edges, then executing corners, and trying to do memo as fast as I can, not like safety memo or anything. Dang it. That was like just one corner pair wrong. Yeah. Doing 69 at comp? Probably not. I don't think so. I'll probably do 66. At least on the first attempt. If first attempt's world record, I might do 69. Trying to remember the rooms. I haven't practiced with them as much as I should. Easy cases, 9 elgs. I'm just gonna do 5 more. Comp this weekend, you too, Pog. Wait, I'm not remembering the order of my rooms. Well, I'm not. I might be remembering it right, but I need to like make sure so I don't practice the wrong way. I did that. Yeah. Okay, I was at the right point. Okay. That was a hard scramble. That was one, 2, 3, 4. That was 13 to 10. Doing FMC Westerns? I don't know. I haven't looked up that actually. Oh, FMC, the Fantastic Mental Challenge or whatever. That's a funny one. I signed up for that comp. The name of that comp is funny. It threw me off. USC FMC. Wait, is that what you're referring to? No, fantastic memory challenge. That's so funny. Okay, so you're actually referring to like Western Champ FMC. I might do that. Probably not. It actually might be too late to sign up. I remember seeing that and deciding against it. I might have a conflict. Where is it? Yeah, probably not. But yeah, there's a USC, so like University of Southern California, FMC, Fantastic Memory Challenge. It's so funny. Usual amount of cubes you attempt when trying to push yourself? Usually like 69 or 73. What is 3-blind but multi-blind? I'm basically tracing multi-blind style and then blindfold myself, solving it. So yeah, I memo edges with a story, memo corners with a story, blindfold myself, and then solve edges and solve corners. And I just do everything the same way I do multi-blind. Because 3-blind is like significantly different to how I do multi-blind. And I want to, before doing a multi-blind attempt, practice in the way that I'm going to be doing the multi. Okay. That was a good parity shift. Avoided 2 bad cases, got 2 good cases. Yeah, in 3-blind I do audio, so audio edges is like super easy and fast. It's like easy to recall, fast to memo. Memorizing edges with a story, especially using full floating words, is significantly harder, so I want to practice it more, pretty much. Dude, that was a really hard scramble, and I took forever to remember an FL word. I had this case. YJ. Nija. Favorite streamer, wow, thanks. Alright, 2 more. Memo, speed, and recall are just about where I'm like satisfied with right now for doing this style of blind. Floated to 8. Full UB float. finished learning Swan OBL. Nice. That sounds really hard. It's a lot to learn. Okie dokie. Switching scenes. Dude, there's this like weird net flying around. Get out of here, bro. I'm gonna make sure that this is actually working. Cool. Go away. God, get out of here. Sorry, one sec. My stupid thing just decides to not work sometimes when I switch scenes. There. Okay. It's kind of hard to make room for this setup. About to start PBL or practice other events. Finish letter pair in one sitting. That might be hard. Dude, I wish ChatGPT was a thing when I was making letter pair lists. Oh my god, dude. It would have made it so much easier. ChatGPT, you can just be like, alright, based on like the kind of restrictions that you see in my existing letter pair associations, give me a letter pair, or give me a bunch of word options for like this letter pair. And it'd be like, okay, here's 5 million options in 2 seconds. Kids these days, got it so easy. Can't believe ChatGPT made your review system. Yeah, that was fun. I feel like it might have just got lucky and landed on something that actually worked well, because I tried to like expand on that and have it like theorize different multi-blind review systems, and they were all like really stupid and bad. I haven't done 8-packs in like weeks, so it might feel weird. Hopefully not. Maybe it'll actually be like a buff that I've been doing 12-packs for like weeks. Maybe it'll make it easier to do 8-packs now. That's what I'm hoping. That might be cool. Okay. Cheap viewers. Oh my gosh. Finally. Dude, how do I ban this? I just opened my creator dashboard on Twitch and the chat messages aren't there. This is so annoying. I can't delete that. If there are any... Oh, there we go. Okay. Had to refresh. Where do I get the chest blockers? It's just a harmonica holder with a piece of paper taped to it. So just look up a harmonica holder on Amazon or something. Okay, I'm closing chat, starting the attempt. slow but workable. forgot how I do this. Doing this. Well, there. too slow. Well, I kind of got hung up just from like forgetting how I organize cubes. So slow. too long since I memoed this. It's like a way bigger gap than there should be. It's all stuck well, it's just been way too long. Cringe. The start was like not bad, but dude, that's annoying. I had like okay pace going into the last 2 packs, and then I just like forgot and like panicked on how I arranged the cubes when I'm doing 69. And God, it like made me have to spend so much extra time memoing those cubes, and then I paused a bunch, and that extra time like definitely made me forget more cubes in the 1 to 32 than I would have. I just kind of let myself pause a bunch because I knew I wasn't gonna sub-hour. Struggle attempt. It was starting out well. That like could have gone well based on the beginning. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to like move my camera around without being super hectic about it. Ugh. 50. I'm guessing it wasn't a DNF because most of the cubes that I solved were sub-hour, probably. I think there's a mosquito in here. Yeah, I think I DNF'd a lot of the over-hour cubes. Yeah, 19 DNFs looks like. Dude, I definitely feel like I got mosquito bites. Oh my god, this is annoying. My ankle hurts. Weird. Dude, why is this so orange? The auto white balance is so fucking bad. There. Dude, I definitely got mosquito bites. Ugh. Anyways, an Oompa Loompa, says my camera. The score, I don't really know until I look at how many I DNF'd over the hour. Or how many I solved over the hour, I guess. Did anybody count how many I solved over the hour? I got 59 out of 60, or 50 out of 69. Takes a while to see like how many you solve over the hour. paused a lot on some cubes. If I just like didn't let myself pause, it would have been like multiple minutes faster. If I didn't let myself do like any of the huge pauses. So far 3 over the hour. Still 3. Still 3. 4. 4. 5. This one, yeah. 6. Yeah. 6 solved over the hour going into the last pack. Yeah. Still 6. Solved that one. 7. Definitely DNF this one. Yeah. I think I got this one. 8. 9. 10. And I DNF the last one. So 10 over the hour, 40 out of 69. I think you were midway through the third to last pack. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was 10 out of 69 total. I struggle when I do 4 pass. It's just how it is. Occasionally it will go well, but most of the time not. If I force myself to not pause, at least the time could be good, but I like to at least sit and try for a little bit if I feel like remembering the cube's possible. Some cubes you just know immediately you're not going to remember it and you just give up. What cubes do you use to practice multi-blind? I use the RS3NV5. That was 40 out of 69. 3 blind time. Oh yeah, I also have a weeknight competition the day after my multi-blind comp. There's a weeknight competition with 2 rounds of 3 blind, I'm pretty sure. So, poggers, we are doing 3 blind grind. I like 3 blind. It's slowly becoming like one of my favorite events. It's like inching closer and closer to multi-blind level. Boom, 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 boom. These shorts are shrinking, or I'm getting taller. Use the most basic V5 for multi-blind? No, I use the dual adjust ones. The basic one is like just normal spring. The dual adjust ones were basically like the same price when I got them on Alibaba, so yeah. costs like a second removing the box. Any cubes you'd recommend for budget 3x3s and multi-blind? RS3 MV5. I mean, those are super cheap. I think the cheapest one right now in the cubicle is like 8. I got them on sale when I bought 80 of them. I got them on sale at Alibaba for like around $4 each. But oh my gosh, this picture of Cube Head on the homepage is a jump scare. The standard one is $8.99. Wow. I really came up on the Alibaba sale, dude. Sheesh. 10 Meilong V2s for 27. I have not tried that cube, but if you say it's good, sure. Is it magnetic? Couldn't decide what swap to do. The cube head photo staring into your soul. Yeah, it's a little much. Dude, that had so many cancels. Oh my gosh. I really want to get a good single at this comp. I feel like my single at this point is like kind of mid. Magnetic, not great, but decent A100. Okay. Can I have 50% V5 and 50% Meilong VC 3C? Yeah, there's nothing in the regs that stops you from using different cubes for multi-blind. Doesn't matter. On a pair. corner buffer orientation for that float. Yes, quintillion cubing, true. Tips for learning 3 style? I don't know. I really don't know. Just grind with a training program, I guess. My main 3x3 is RS3M V5 Maglev. Dude. Pauses. Oh yeah, I would definitely advise learning intuitively. I know there's some people who like kind of insist on learning it algorithmically, and it's, I think, just because they don't want to learn intuitively because it's like hard at first, but just power through. It'll get better and you'll thank yourself for it in the future. Nice, quintillionaire cubing. I don't want to do the scramble. No thank you. I psycho broke there, so like it's here to here. Non-oriented buffer. I psycho broke there, and it's that to that, and I was pretty sure, yeah, that's not right. This is 5L corners at best, I think. Unless you do like floating LTCT or something. But actually edges might be decent. Probably should have looked at edges, but God, I just hate tracing corners like that. Wow, edges are actually good. There's a 4 mover. So I guess you gotta like do that, and then like that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 algs corners at best. I love that. How many algs without float? So 6 plus 6, 12. So 12 to 10. But yeah, it was just like extremely nasty corners. I just like, I can't not fall apart with corners like that unless I like just like super YOLO and get lucky. Tips for multi-blind practice. What's up, Grego? Thanks for the To use floating LTCT, you just need to swap the adjacent edges of the corner buffer you're floating and then AUF. Yeah, but I mean, that's easier said than done. You have to, if like the twist is on the U layer, then that's pretty confusing. Or if the parity is on the U layer. If either of them are on the U layer, that's pretty confusing. It's easy to do if both the twist and parity are on the D layer. But still, you have to like mess with your muscle memory that you have for the normal alg. Did like 3 back-to-back cancels and corners. Do I need a full LTCT? Yes. I'm still not like perfect with it though. It's not easy. You were the person who got me into Ocarina of Time, and it's crazy to think about how different your life would be. Wow, that's funny. I got you into that? How did I get you into that? Raiding Glitchymon? Wow, that's funny. Glitchymon's one of my floating letter pair words, by the way. Absolutely messed that up. That's funny. That game was the reason you went to college? Really? You were not going to go to college otherwise? I think about that with the guy who taught me how to cube. Because literally just like him deciding to bring a Rubik's Cube to school is the reason I started cubing. I probably wouldn't have started if not for that. He like brought it to the computer lab at my university, and I was like watching him speed solve, and I was like, I want to do that. Can you teach me? And then he did. And he was like not even super into cubing. He was globaling like 25 or something. And he was always like picking it up and then quitting over and over again. Didn't have anything you wanted to do, but that game got you into computer science? Oh, that's cool. Blame the algorithm for your entire life. True, actually, yeah, because then without cubing, you wouldn't have gotten to me, and you wouldn't have gotten to Ocarina of Time. Wow, it's one of the rare times where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I mechanical twisted, but I didn't. Anthony's multi-blind tutorial. Huh. I haven't seen that. Which is more common, DNF you were sure was a success or the inverse? DNF I was sure is a success, or a success that I was sure is a DNF. I don't know why it's so hard for me to think about those two things at the same time. DNF that I was sure is a success. I don't know, they're probably about equal. It's hard to say. Both pretty rare. I would say DNF that I was sure is a success, I guess. But I don't know if I would say like sure. I don't know if I ever feel like completely sure that something's a success. So I guess I would say the other thing then. Am I going live tomorrow? Probably. Many DNFs you thought were a success. Yeah, I think just on the technicality that like I would very rarely ever like say that I mean I don't think I would ever say I'm 100% sure I got a success on anything. But like if by sure you mean like 95%, then maybe it's like about equal for me. I don't know. That was so annoying, dude. That was 10 to 8, I think. And I just like locked up on everything. What? A visual memo to flipped 3 cycle, and I guess I did it wrong. Cool. Cancelled a UFR comm into UFL parity. It's 12 to 10. was 12 to 11 unfloatable corners, 5 algs, and 2 FD comms for the float. Like horrible FD cases. Probably a better way to cycle break, but I couldn't find it. Tui. I used this one. UFUR UBBD. Dude, I'm getting kind of hungry. I might stream a little bit longer. Wow, this light is like so like too bright. That's a little better. Mistraced an edge. Weird LTCT case that I can't remember last time I got, so glad I did it well. It was this UFR RDB FLD. I executed it better in the actual solve. That's funny. It's that. Any tips for beginner that you wish you know when you started? I mean, I wish I knew UF and UFR are the best buffers when I started, but people know that now. So, not really sure. That's a hard question. Maybe I would tell myself to learn full floating words earlier and learn and like make more memory palaces earlier or something like that. Dude, I always do that. There's 2 LTCTs that have like extremely similar algs, and it's just like the ending that's slightly different. It's really annoying. I always mix them up. Dude, cool DNF. 2 extra LTCTLs. I'm a dingus. Alright, I'm actually locking in. Funny how I get really frustrated at a 19 on 10, but just that shit turning. Did not lock in. I think I did a float for a not float cycle. Dude, horrendous scramble. I need to turn on more lights. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alg corners at best. And then I think it might have been 6 to 5 edges with a FL float with like horrendous cases too. God, I am slow today. What? Huh. Don't. Oh, wait. No, I don't even know. I might have done an inverse column, I guess. That was 12 to 10. Cool. Low light yellow white color blindness, yeah. Are all your UFR comms rotationless? Pretty sure. Yeah. I'm like 99% sure. Some parity algs aren't. LUFBUL. LUFBUL. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't even... There's like a kind of a caveat for that case, because it's like just one regrip, so you could just call it like an RFB elg. Like, does one regrip actually count as a rotation? I don't know. Spefs? No, I don't use spefs. Dude, oh my god. Oh, thank you, Stack Matt. Finally, a good solve. That was 10 elgs with a bunch of cancels. I just got like two very similar comms back to back, and then I did the second one first out of like a weird brain fart. I had this, so FUL, FDL, and then LUB, BDR. So the first one's like that, and then the second one's like that. I wonder if there's a way to cancel. I mean, surely. Wait. How do you cancel that? Just noticed UCSD location for Westerns is accepting on-spot reg. Oh yeah. Oh, I looked at this. I forgot. Yeah. So it's the day of my multi-blind comp. It's just like they have that room all day, and in the earlier part of the day they're doing FMC, and in the later part of the day they're doing multi-blind. I don't know if I want to do FMC before my 2 multi attempts, because I don't want to tire myself out, so I'll probably just chill. Dang it. So it's 13 and 11. 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait. What am I talking about? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's an 11 mover. I'm dumb. So it's 22. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how many moves this cancels. It's probably like 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. No. Dude, what am I doing wrong? Oh my gosh. Why is this so confusing? It's those. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, it's only 2. I think maybe like with an inverse of the other, of like one of those, it might cancel a lot more. But I don't want to figure that out right now. Dude, what a scramble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the fuck? That was 4 FR. It was 2 UF comms, 4 UR or 4 FR comms, and then UFR LTCT, and then an RFD or com. Dude, what a silly scramble. I basically like fully visualed the 4 column FR float, and that's why I paused a bunch. But that was a very silly scramble. What am I doing? So that was 11-8. To 10. What? Dang. A decent AO12. I feel like that's my goal for every 3 blind session. Just get like one good AO12, like 18. Visualed a bunch and it was slow to recall. Yeah, it was 4 URLs visualed. Dude, that was so much visual, Jesus. I had this 2 twist, this 3 twist, 2 UFR comms, and then 1 UF comm, 2 UL comms, and then it was a float into a 4 flip. So there was like a 2 flip as well. So I had a 2 flip outside of the buffer and 4 twists outside of the buffer. Dang it. Rip. Got the AO12, but it's not good. Gotta roll 28 into DNF. Missed an edge float, cringe. It's so hard for me to not try to sandwich or something when I miss an edge float, even if it's like almost assuredly gonna make me go slower. Cool. It's the classic, I'm just like trying too hard to turn fast. Can I get a shout out? No. Been screwed when I see float, but I take like 20 seconds to make up a comm. Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be trying to float if you haven't like actually learned and drilled everything. Aw, what? Oh, dude, so annoying. I always do that. I had this FD alg, that, and I did that instead of that. I don't know why that's so hard for me to stop doing. Made a 1 move mistake anyways. Okay, frowny face. You're being annoying. Stop. 9 algs with pretty good corner cases and a cancel. Dude, stack mat, please. Sub PR single, let's go. I actually sandwiched correctly. I was like, that was one of those cases, dude. I was like convinced that I did it wrong. I just kind of YOLO'd a sandwich. When did I switch to UF UFR? I switched to UF first. I think it was early 2018, and then I switched to UFR like later after that summer. My buffers are UF and UFR, yes. They were, before that, they were UBL and DF. And I switched because UF and UFR are significantly faster and better. What your YouTube name should be, the real Tyson Mao. Are there good Bible type resources on memory techniques? I've been brute forcing memorization for the last 20 years. I mean, for 3 blind, it's just like memorizing 2 sentences pretty much. Well, most people memorize the corners with a string of letter pair words making a sentence, and then edges is just full audio, like just say the pairs, like the sounds that the pairs make really quick and then solve them. But that's a little harder to do until you're like sub 1 minute maybe, because tracing takes longer. But for like memo techniques, I'm not really sure. Like for multi-blind, I'm not sure off the top of my head if that's what you're asking about. But for 3 blind memo techniques, I only like know about like advanced videos like the one that Elliot made. What is this? Oh wow, that's cool. What is this? Who made this? Blindfolded resources. That's cool. That's probably perfect for whatever Tyson wants. Need to beat Lay-In on May 24th. James made it. Figures. Oh, that's cool. There's a bit LY. Nice. Yeah, that document's probably perfect for whatever you're looking for, Tyson. I had an R prime at the end and I did an R2 prime. Floated into a 4 flip. That was sick. I got one of the 8 movers. 4 flips, I mean. Is there a reason between the order in which you do things, like memorize corners, edges, and then solve corners, edges? So for 3 blind, most people memorize corners and then edges, and then solve edges first and then corners. And it's pretty much just because, for one, the first reason's like parity stuff. So if you get parity in corners, then you can do a pseudo swap in your edge memo. It's just like basically the easiest way to deal with parity and the fastest probably. So a pseudo swap in edges means like you solve 2 edges swapped, so you'll never get parity in edges. This also opens the door down the road if you're like getting more advanced to do alternate pseudo swaps to force better parity algs, but that's probably too much to confuse it with right now. But yeah, basically it makes dealing with parity in general faster and easier, and then it also makes doing audio for the largest number, like the piece type with the largest number of pieces, more feasible. So it makes it so audio edges is easier basically, because you memorize it really quick, just like an audio string that's not going to stick very long. Solve it first so that you can drop it out of your brain and do corner exec. Dang it, dude. Messed up LTCP. What is this case? I just had like a lockup, like a weird missed move and had to backtrack, and then I lost the muscle memory. Love that. Memorize edges, then corners using numbers, and then corner orientation. Yeah. I feel like Brandon Harnish still does something like that. If you full audio the whole cube, can't you just one pass EC? Yes, but you probably only want to do EC if you're like, if you know full parity. Which full parity is like 500 algs, and they're not that great as of right now. Am I still in the Bay Area? No, I live in San Diego. Nice. On kind of a streak. Fan Wang does EC. Really? Huh. I guess I would have never realized that, because you just see him solving EC like most people do. He doesn't? Oh, okay. I would have wondered how he deals with parity if he does that. Is that an actual thing? I feel like I heard somebody say that recently, that a lot of Chinese blinders use EC, which would make sense that they learned about weak swap like before anybody else. Mythical CEEC? What does that mean? He does use EC. EC, I was there, I was the cube. Real. Practically all Chinese blinders are coached by Yifan, and he uses EC, so that's probably what they're taught. Oh. Oh, you meant ECCE. I think Gianfranco literally... Well, actually... I think it like mostly just depends on the scramble because he uses full parity, and so he just solves whatever piece type is solvable first. I think he probably memorizes corners last because he does full visual corners. Rowe versus Graham versus Stanley versus Charlie? What, in like 3-blind? Or do you mean multi-blind? Multi-blind, that would be kind of a random matchup. Dude, such an easy scramble. I think that was 8-7. Yeah. What? Weird. That was a crazy scramble. 12 to 9, I think? No. 12 to 10. But I did 11 because I missed the edge float. But it was like actually pretty good cases. And it was a double parity thing too. I think the double parity was that. I had this, LTCT, so DFL, RUB, and then this 2 swap, so I did for the 2 swap, and then that LTCT. In 3-blind, it's kind of funny. Charlie would wreck all of us. He would wreck Stanley the least. And then it would probably be me and then Ro. Ro, like, literally doesn't ever practice 3-blind, I don't think. Some Nightmare Algs are literally just Algs. Some Algs are straight up computer gen. Oh, I know, yeah. I would never want to learn Nightmare. I really need to, like, find my exec rhythm again, because I'm just, like, I'm definitely just trying to turn faster than I should. I wonder how it would go if everyone raced 2-cube multi-blind. That would be a lot more interesting, actually, yeah. I think it would be between Stanley and Charlie still. They both have sub 40 official 2 out of 2s, meaning they are like pretty consistent at 1 passing 2 cubes, which I don't think that Ro and I are as consistent probably with that. Dang it, dude. That was 10 to 8, and I did 2 extra. Or no, I did 1 extra. But I realized I did inverse of the BD float, and I had to do it again. So 1 extra BD com, RIP. Nightmare really increases the chance of getting a really good single, because if you get a lot of really good Nightmare comms in a row, exec could be crazy fast. I guess so. I'm like trying to wrap my head around why that would be the case for Nightmare, but not for like anything else. I should be the best tutorial creator. I'm always telling myself I'll make like more tutorials. It's just like such a pain, and I'm not good at video editing. That was 10 to 8, and I just freaking paused and then messed up a comm. And that. This case sucks, dude. There. I feel like the 0 regrips isn't as cool as it sounds. I can kind of understand like the desire to avoid lefty regrips altogether, but like there's also like so many good lefty algs where like the alternative is just like ass, and it doesn't make sense to be like so what's the word, strict, I guess. Like just evaluate everything on a case-by-case basis. Use the best algs. Like I don't know. Just get better at regripping and regripping during other moves and flowing better with all of that taken into account. Was 9 to 8. Getting some good scrambles right now. Dude, I'm like getting good scrambles and just freaking messing up all of them. That actually wasn't a very good scramble, thinking about it. It was 11 to 9. Even though I'm not that fast, I feel like I teach well, but video editing and overall effort is too much. Yeah. Especially if you're like super busy. It's just, it's actually like a lot of work to make a good tutorial video. Collab with the 3 champions, Stanley, Charlie, Rowe. What would we do? What kind of collab? Dang it. Barely 2 moves. Lol. Alright, you can only do a little bit more. I gotta go eat. How about I do speeds, or the Slovakian weekly comp 3 blind. I'll do 2 more solves and then do that, so I end on an even 13-10. I would have been shocked. I realized that I like memoed something wrong, or like probably memoed something wrong. Am I gonna start doing 69 cube attempts in comp? I already did. I did 69 in comp, my last comp. Yes, Rubik's Cube's blindfolded. It's absolutely insane. Teaching someone M2OP in less than 90 minutes and they got their first official success a few weeks later. Sick. Solving cubes, trying different events, obviously. Why is that obvious? Dang it. Rip. 4 DNFs in a row. I got all my DNFs out of the way before speed cubing Slovakian weekly comp. Let's go. Okay. No music. We can lock in. I did a wrong comm and it was very confusing trying to figure out how to fix it. I will never get a good mean of 3 for Slovakian weekly comp, it's confirmed. That was 10 to 9. Should have been like an 18. 4 DNFs in a row. I can't tell if you're kidding or not. You have like pretty good big blind accuracy from what I know. That was 12 to 11, I think. So, not too upset about that. First solve was bad anyways, so it's not like the mean's gonna be good. Let's not get a 24 best of 3. I don't know why I always do so freaking bad on the Slovakian weekly comp 3 blind. So frustrating, dude. Jesus. That was 10 to 8. Very cool. Very cool. I have to do speed solving weekly comp to cope. Big blind accuracy since the start of the year has been horrible. Dang. You're just not used to the pressure? Are you talking about me or Plasma Taurus? If you're talking about me, that'd be an obvious joke, I guess. I think I've gotten back-to-back 15 best of 3s on speed solving weekly comp. There's a good solve. It's just a very calm and fluid 18 on 10. Why can't I do that on Slovakian weekly comp? It feels like literally cursed. Hello, Rudranch Cuber in India. Tips for journey memo. Practice a lot. That's about it. Make little rules for your stories so that you don't get order pairs mixed up. Dude, 15 best of 3s in a row on speed solving weekly comp. That was 10 algs or 8 algs. This could be a good mean. Dude, what? That was 10 to 9. Dude, super good mean. Holy crap. Wow. After getting a 20 best of 3 on Slovakian weekly comp. Dude, that was 5 to 4 algs on corners with LTCT and 6 to 5 edges. And it was like a really easy visual float. 2 calm visual float. All the cases were good. Like literally every case was good except for like one corner case. Dude, 28 to 27 algs. That's such a good mean for that. I'm shocked. Send the scramble. It's from Speed Solving Weekly Comp. So I scrambled in WCA and then went to Mario Orientation. So if you want to get it in your orientation, scramble a Z2Y away from your orientation. Yeah, just heads up, this is weekly comp, so don't spoil yourself if you don't want to. Scramble Z2Y from your orientation to get what I got. The solution was so I cycle broke to there, which is a really easy case. So here, that's UBR, LDB, and then FUL, BDL, or BDR, which is a pretty decent case. And then the bad case was LDB, or LDF, BUL. That case kind of sucks. And then it was this LTCT, BUR, RFD, which is like one of the best LTCTs probably. And then I think I just went here to here, cycle broke there, and then there to there. Both cases pretty good, and then it's there to there. And since this is unoriented and I cycle broke there and then I landed there, that means this cycle is closed, and then I floated UB, and it's literally just a 2E2E from UB, but I don't know the alg for the 2E2E, but you can easily visual memo. So after I saw like that and this, I just donned the blindfold, and it was like easy 8 mover, easy 7 mover, easy 7 move, or easy 8 mover. Oh, but I think I also did the float first, so it would just be like that, and then I do those 3 columns, and then that, and then that. That was really good TPS probably. I want to look at that later. When practicing 3-blind, should I focus on speed or accuracy? Oftentimes I DNF several times in a row, which is really annoying. I feel like it kind of depends what speed you're at, but I don't know. I feel like maybe just focus on both equally, but it depends on probably what you like. If your accuracy is 30%, I would say focus on accuracy for a while. But it's kind of like a preference thing, because I know people who are like really, really fast who just will like pretty much always have like 30% accuracy. I don't know this 100% sure, but I think like Gabriel Johan, the Filipino, it's from the Philippines, right? I think he has like 30% accuracy sometimes, maybe not all the time, but Jeff Park, his accuracy tends to be pretty bad too. And I think they just like trying to go fast over accuracy. I definitely prefer accuracy over like going so fast that I have 30%. I'd never want to have 30%. It's just too frustrating. But yeah, long-winded answer, but Yeah, if your accuracy is like really bad, I would suggest having better accuracy, working on that. Gabriel's accuracy is pretty high usually, over 50%. Oh, really? I feel like I always remembered him sending his like sessions and it was like super low accuracy, but maybe it's better now. I don't know. Do one solve with full old Pachman method. I want to see your time. I would probably DNF and it would take like 3 minutes. I don't really want to do that right now. I kind of want to just continue after these 3 really good solves and see what I get. 30% accuracy provides 1/3 chance of triple DNFing, so I wouldn't suggest any lower than that. Yeah, and I mean, I definitely do not want to have 1/3 chance of triple DNFing all the time. I would rather like never triple DNF, so yeah, having much better accuracy feels good. And the same honestly goes for big blind. Like you can only expect a certain like high accuracy in big blind, but if you care about getting a success that's good for you, probably try to have like better accuracy than like 5% or something. Do one. I already said no. 50% accuracy. That's not bad. 50% is pretty average. So I'd probably like work on speed right now, and your accuracy is probably going to drop for a while, and then like find a speed that you think you can go at, and then try to get more accurate at it, and then rinse and repeat maybe. Starting to like notice a lot more often when there's a T2C case that's like really shitty without knowing like a single alg for it. I really want to learn T2C now. Wow, okay, I thought I DNF'd that. That was pretty bad for the scramble, but I got all tripped up. It's really fun to have big blind accuracy above 50% regardless of speed. Yeah. I think I tend to have better than 50% accuracy on 4 blind. I don't think I ever have that kind of accuracy with 5 blind, and it's probably overkill to try to have that accuracy with 5 blind, but I think my 5 blind accuracy typically sits around like 30%, which is like good enough for me, I think. Usually above 50%. Okay. I wonder if it was bad for a while and it got better, or if I'm like not remembering right, or if he only sent like really bad sessions or something. That was really bad memo. Got the AO12 again. I had a feeling. That was annoying, dude. Totally choked that. Scramble was like 11 to 10, I think. Or 11 to 9. And I missed a float and then got confused. Ooh, dude, getting a lot of 15s. Kinda sick. 1928 AO12. There's only like one more bad solve to roll. Then I'll probably go eat. Dang it, didn't roll it. Dang, counting 23, like 4 20s. Cringe. Gotta go to an even number, or not an even number, but like multiple of 5, 3 more. Another 15, dude. This is crazy. That was 9. I'm popping off. That horrible turning. I can't end right now because I have good meme potential. Yeah, this is not a normal amount of 15s for me. Dang it. Oh well, alright. That's gonna be it. Well, AO5 cope. I gotta go for the AO5. Could happen. That's the actual end. Gonna see who I can raid. I might come back later and play video game. Twitch.tv Rubik's Cube. I do not think there's anybody else. Nope. I'll raid GTM. I think I rated him last time. GTM __. There's a lot you can learn from myself. Cool. Do you ever think about canceling moves between algs while memorizing or only in exec? It's pretty much just exec, yeah. I might like sometimes, just because like a case is so obvious with cancels, I might like realize it right after, like my brain just slightly thinks about it right after I trace it, like, oh, that's a good cancel, but like I just immediately already know the cancel's good. Anyways, thanks for watching. Go watch GTM, he's playing Super Smash, I guess. Okay.